What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. If you guys haven't been following, Ronnie Coleman is in the hospital. And it doesn't appear that he's doing too well, but it appears he's doing better. Now, if you go to Ronnie Coleman's Instagram, you will see that Ronnie Coleman has an infection in his bloodstream. They're running multiple advanced diagnostic tests to figure out what's going on with him, what the cause of the problem is. But, Ronnie's getting up there in age, and Ronnie is, he seems to be pretty healthy. Obviously, just being the weight he was throughout his career puts him in a state where his body's been taxed throughout the years. So is he as healthy or more healthy than another man in their 50s? We could debate that all day long. I will say that the average age for a man in his demographic to, not be alive anymore is in their early 60s. So I will argue that Ronnie is actually doing pretty well. Now, his body injuries, obviously the back problems, not being able to walk correctly, that's besides the point. But at the end of the day, Ronnie has no regrets. Ronnie lived his best life ever. Ronnie is known as the greatest of all time. I've said this so many times on this channel. If I could trade places with Ronnie, and not money wise, like I don't know what he makes a year, I don't know how much he's worth. I'm good, very comfortable where I'm at. I still have a lot of years to earn. But if I could trade places and be known as the greatest at something of all time, but not be able to walk past the age of 50, I'd probably do it. I mean, obviously that's a hypothetical that'll never happen. There's no such thing as, Satan on your shoulder and an angel on the other shoulder making a deal with you. There's no genie granting you 3 wishes. But as a competitor, I remember they pulled, I don't remember the exact numbers, they pulled Olympic athletes. And I think it was like 95% or some crazy number would take 10 years off their life to win a medal. Not even a gold medal, a medal. Competitors all know it. Every football player out there, y'all know whether you go high school, collegiate, professional, Hall of Fame, Pro Bowl. Man, you're playing football. It's going to affect you negatively the rest of your life. You have a high chance of getting CTE. You have a high chance of, I actually have trained through where I got my mentorship. We were working with retired NFL linemen. These guys were in their 40s. They were my age. They could barely move. They could barely walk. It was described to us that their knees are like hamburger meat, right? Ground beef, and you're trying to thread a needle through it and it just keeps tearing apart. Their bodies are screwed up. You look at what these pro athletes put themselves through, and Ronnie did it. The difference is people pass away all the time trying to chase a goal, right? I've known so many people throughout the years, personally and on the internet, who've passed away from overdosing on insulin, from doing something to make them a better bodybuilder, to make them a better athlete. I mean, it happens all the time. The difference is Ronnie escaped. Like Ronnie, other than the pain he's in, which I can't even imagine, Ronnie appears to be really happy. His one regret throughout his career, he said, is he thinks he could have gotten more reps with 800 plus pounds 3 weeks after Mr. Olympia. That's one of his only regrets. He doesn't regret any of this. So, man, but here's the thing is that we had this opportunity to live amongst and have one of the greatest of all time. Now, for someone my age, I got to see Michael Jordan play. I got to see Michael Jordan still be alive and still be Michael Jordan. Those who lived through Kobe Bryant, those who lived through some of the greats of all time. With Ronnie Coleman, he's just a great man. And I say this as someone who knows Ronnie personally, who's toured with Ronnie, who's trained with Ronnie, who's broke bread with Ronnie, who's watched him eat the same breakfast every single time at IHOP. Ronnie's good people. He's a good dude. So I encourage you guys to follow his Instagram. And you don't have to type this out. I do it a lot. But like when you pray for somebody, you don't have to tell them. You can. You can. It feels good when someone's praying for you. But if you're the praying type, and I am, before you go to bed tonight, say a little prayer for Ronnie Coleman and his family. Because, man, he's a legend. And beyond him being a legend in the sport, he is a legend of a human being. You know, a man who, you know, graduated cum laude from Grambling, I believe. A man who played football. A man who, if he wanted to, could have been the greatest powerlifter of all time. A man who is, without a shadow of a doubt, the greatest bodybuilder of all time. But he's a good person. Ronnie's got a big heart. He has a heart that is even bigger than his physique in his prime. With that being said, guys, prayers out to Ronnie, his family, his loved ones, his friends, his fans. And this is not a clickbait. It's not. I don't clickbait. I really think that as a community, we need to unite in prayer. And if you don't believe in God, prayer and good thoughts. Because, man, the universe is crazy like that. If you believe in God, you believe in God. God listening to your prayers. If you believe in the universe, you believe that good thoughts going out are good thoughts coming in. So whether you're, I don't want to hear you atheists in the comments section, oh, you're praying to a make-believe thing, yeah. Dude, if you're so convinced that atheism is the way to go, you don't need to convince anyone. You've already found the answer. Just don't believe in God. That's fine with me. I don't care. Don't care if you don't. You don't have to tell me that I'm stupid for believing in God. I don't know if that makes you feel good. I don't know if that gives you some more of a righteousness of your non-righteousness. But I'm sick and tired of you atheists out there. So sick and tired of you. You know, it's like, make believe, you're dumb. Okay, cool. My life's good. If you live by the golden rule, if you live by the word, generally speaking, if you actually even follow it just a little bit, and you live by the word, you do the 10 commandments, bro, your life's going to be better. If you go to bed at night knowing that if you're virtuous, that you will live a better life, that you will have a better society, you're in a really good place. So prayers out to Ronnie. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Marc Lobliner, and that's not a game.